Also, I would like to thank Cynthia for turning up just in time to be inconvenient and late. You know, just in time for everything to have already started. Anyway, Yuxi and Zelf head on into the Distortion World. Meanwhile, Master is going to quickly take a little bit of time to come and say hi to us. As we have to head on in. Because we do need to go into the Distortion World. And hopefully we can get through without incident. But it's potentially very dangerous. Okay, sorry it took so long. I think I found the answer from studying the myths. When this world was made, Dialga and Palkia appeared. Apparently there was one more Pokemon that appeared at the same time. Pokemon with as much power as Dialga and Palkia, but also one whose name was never to be spoken. That Pokemon is Giratina. Said to lurk in another world, a world opposite of ours. That's what the Shadow was. It must have been Giratina. Pillars are distorting. Well, it's all coming from that portal. It's joined to the Distortion World. Distortional spread will sit. Words. The distortion will spread to Sinnoh and beyond, and our world will be destroyed. And we are not ready to chase Cyrus right now. And so they're just like, where'd Cyrus go? And Jupiter's just like, what was that thing? Which, honestly, I think is a justifiable thing. That's such a good line. Without anyone to guide us, we can just panic aimlessly. That is big grunt energy if I've ever seen it. Okay, and now we also have these. An overwhelming feeling of space emanates powerfully from this rift. Where does it lead to? And the same thing in lieu of time. Because we'll be seeing those again at another time when we go and deal with Dialga and Palkia in the Legends episode. Okay, so through the portal and away we go. It's time to enter the Distortion World. And hope that... I can only hope that this doesn't just explode my PC, because the Distortion World has some effects going on, so hopefully it doesn't slow down too badly. There's no Pokemon here at all. Time isn't flowing and space isn't stable. A world where rules are broken. Space one might call Distortion World. So now, we just have to find Giratina and stop it. And also, we now get to see Giratina just flying around. Still in shadow form. But, well, honestly, I'll be totally honest, I really like both forms of Giratina. Like, I like the offensive stats of the Origin form a little more. But also, I'm gonna take the choice specs and give them a Whizpig. But I think I prefer the, like, what is its normal form? I'm called. Is it just like the alternate form? The one where it's like standing. I like that form a bit more. Mostly just because of one main thing. And it actually comes back to the first time I ever played this game. Well, no, it's not the first time I played this game. The first time I played Diamond and Pearl and actually encountered it. So basically, yeah, we now just have to do a whole bunch of stuff on the rock slabs. Because you get to turn back cave, it opens up after you beat the Elite Four on the champion. And you go through this cave, it's all in the fog. Like, it's all in the fog, and I didn't pay attention on how to do it, so I was just cycling through this cave until I randomly got to it. And then suddenly, you're in this, like, incredibly dark room. Like, you're in this dark room, full of fog, and suddenly, you just see it. You just suddenly see Giratina. And, honestly, people like to talk about, like, scary things in Pokemon games. I genuinely think that would be one of the most horrifying things you could ever see in the world of Pokemon. Especially because Giratina is, what, like 16 feet tall or something? And also is, you know... Yeah, it wouldn't exactly be an ideal time. But yeah, also, because the rules of the world don't apply in the Distortion World, this means we get a whole bunch of stuff with cool anti-gravity stuff, such as, you know, walking on the ceiling, and walking on walls. It's super cool looking. Okay, so... The legend of Giratina has been lost and has been forgotten to all but a few. The legend told the world on the other side of ours, which is this one we're currently stood in. But why does it exist? Why is Giratina here all alone? But, well, we have other things to do, and we don't have an answer for that. So it's time to split up and look for clues, Scooby-Doo style. And away we go. And hopefully I can navigate this puzzle without too many issues. Like, I've played this game through enough times that I should know how to do this puzzle. Like, I've played through Pokemon Platinum probably like... I'm gonna say probably about 20 times, so I think I should know how to do this. And if I don't, I'm gonna feel real embarrassed by this. And I accidentally went back because I thought my controller had gone off. Whoops! Okay, that was a technical faux pas on my part. And also, apparently, holding speed up button does actually want to make the game apparently go about the same speed, if not just skip a few frames. Like, it seems like it's just making it skip a few frames rather than actually go faster. Anyway, I want to go here, and now I want to just hop across this next one. I want to hop across to this next one and step here, and this will take me down to where I need to be. Now I need to go up and right, I think, and then we can get to the next area, which will take us downwards. Because obviously we need to get all the way down there. We need to reach the absolute depths of the Distortion World. Also, I know that a lot of people don't really like the Distortion World, but I really like it. I really enjoy the Distortion World. I think it's so cool looking. Okay, the shadowy Pokemon isn't here. It abandoned him here and disappeared further down. Was it content merely to interfere with his plan? Do I understand the concept of genes? To a degree, but I'm gonna say no. No, of course you wouldn't. Genes can be considered the blueprints of all life forms. That includes humans and Pokemon alike. Genes are contained in a DNA strand. A DNA strand consists of two chains of opposing characteristics in a spiral. If one of these chains is broken, the other could replicate it. One cannot exist without the other. So, basically, if this is a bizarre world where time doesn't flow, space isn't stable, and only Giratina exists. It's a world very opposite to ours, the one that he wishes to change. It's like two chains composing a strand of DNA. These two worlds must be balancing each other in order to remain in existence. Without one, the other can't exist. The shadowy Pokemon must play a role in keeping that balance, and that must be why it interfered and brought him here. So basically, it must have made this bizarre world. That's why it's trying to change. That's why trying to change our world disturbed it and made it reveal itself. But all that's irrelevant. What matters is defeating that Pokemon, making this world disappear. He won't allow it to interfere with him again. With it gone, neither world will be able to revert to its original state. Yeah, sure. Yeah, buddy. I'm sure you're really wishing you still had that Master Ball you hadn't just given away. Imagine just giving away the Master Ball. And, like, I know that, hindsight and everything, but come on, buddy. Also, I have gone the wrong way. Fortunately, I've played this enough to know when I'm going the wrong way, so I can mentally correct myself. Because now we go down to the final puzzle area. We descend to the final puzzle area, which contains the coolest aesthetic thing in all of... Well, one of the coolest aesthetic things in all of Gen 4, if not all of Pokemon. But you'll see that when we get to it, and honestly, I don't think you'll even need me to point it out, because it's super cool. Okay, so... Also, we're gonna see all three Lake Guardians appear here, and basically they're just gonna kind of float up, point to each of... They're all gonna float up, point to a rock, and basically go, hey, push this rock here. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna push that down here real quick. And now I want to jump down and around and come up here, and Mesprit will make itself known. And it'll fly around us a little bit. And then it'll point at the rock, point down. It's like, okay, cool, I get it. It's like, yes, we literally went through this with Yuxi about 10 seconds ago. It's not that big of a deal. So, oh, we just shove that down, and now we need to find our way around to where Azelf is. And this actually takes a little bit of getting to. And also, I'm genuinely worried about the fight at the end here, because the fight with Cyrus in the Distortion World, I genuinely believe to be one of the hardest fights in all of Pokemon normally. Obviously, it's a randomizer, so he could be a complete pushover, or he could be, like, the hardest fight in the entire game. And there's Giratina flying overhead again. But yeah, normally he has a Gyarados, a Honchkrow, a Weavile, a Houndoom, and a Crobat, but they all have, like, really solid movesets. Like, they all have really solid movesets, good moves. Like, they all have good moves, and some of them are, like, have TMs and stuff. Of moves that you wouldn't expect them to have. Like, his Weavile has Ice Punch, and his Gyarados has Earthquake. Like, I am, like, playing the game casually as a kid, that fight was always one that I needed to make a save right before, just on the off chance that I didn't win. Because I didn't want to have to climb all the way up Mount Coronet and go all the way back through the Distortion World to try again. Because that would have been a giant pain. And also, from my previous regular Nuzlocks of Platinum, yeah, it's still pretty tough. Like, I've managed to beat him, but, like, there have been times where it came at a great cost. And this time, coming at him with a randomizer on, well, that could mean anything. Okay. And also now we get a little bit of wall walking, a little bit of ceiling walking, and now we get the coolest aesthetic thing in probably all of Gen 4 and maybe all of Pokemon. Because we get this super sick upside down waterfall. And I know I said I wouldn't need to point it out, but I'm gonna point it out anyway because an upside down waterfall is so cool that I just can't not. I can't just not point it out. It is a little slow though. If I can say one negative thing about it, it is a little bit on the slow side. Also, kind of like terrifying levels of confidence from the player character there to, you know, be willing to just do that and not worry about falling. Because, like, I don't know, if you fall in the Distortion World, I feel like you'll probably just keep falling, you know? And that ain't what you want. Anyway, Azelf now going to tell us exactly what the other ones have told us as well. Sorry, momentarily got the hiccups. Rhyperior uses strength, so we can now shove that boulder down, and hopefully I don't make any mistakes, because if I make any mistakes, that means I have to go all the way back around. Okay, so let's do Azelf first. So basically, we just need to push for rocks into. Basically, all you need to do here is push the rocks into where each one is. So we just push that in there, and Azelf is now happy and goes home. And now we just need to do the same for Yuxi and Mesprit. If you push the rock into the wrong place, it'll just respawn in the same area where it was. So it takes a little bit of a hassle. So it's a little bit of a hassle to get back to it, but at least you don't have to, like, go all the way out and come back in. I imagine that would have been just absolutely infuriating if it worked that way. Okay, so let's just push this in, and with that, Mesprit will go home along with the other two, and we can move on to the Danger Zone. The Danger Zone. Gasp Pokemon of Lakes must have gone home. Understand they can keep balance against either Dialga or Palkia, but they apparently can't do that with Giratina. Or at least that's what Cynthia's belief is. Which, to be fair, makes kind of sense. Anyway, on we go. On to the depths. Okay, so we have a fight with Cyrus right now. So, Giratina is up ahead, and I want to change a couple of my items. And by that, I mean I'm going to give the Choice Scarf to Camazotz real quick. Gonna give the Choice Scarf to Camazart, and give... I'll give the Spooky Plate to Bennett. I'll give the Luck Incense to Lucario. And I will go all the way back here through my bag to get the Wise Glasses. I have 3 pairs of them now to give those to Fizz. And hopefully putting the choice specs on Wizpig won't have been a bad decision. So, Cyrus had already made his way here. So, why does he want to change the world? Also, this is a really stupid thing from Cynthia. She's like, well, if you don't like it, go somewhere else. That's a very... Like, that is a very stupid outlook, I think. Why should I run hide from the world and have to wait quietly? My aim is to rid the world of the vague and incomplete thing we call spirit. By freeing ourselves of that, the world can be complete. That's his justice. No one can interfere. Okay. So, Cynthia, very quick to go, like, but that's no justice at all. That's kind of fair, to be honest. Okay, so, won't lose, not to that shadowy Pokemon, not in any worthless world. And now, the final battle with Cyrus. Which, genuinely kind of worried about, so, let's see how this goes. Hopefully it goes well. Okay, Venusaur. Leads with Venusaur level 51. I'm just gonna go for Psychic. Okay, it goes for Worry Seed, so I lose Clear Body, but I gain Insomnia, so I can't go to sleep. And that nearly one-shots, so we should finish it off with a second hit. Petal Dance will probably do a good chunk, because it's a higher level, and it's... Okay, that did around about half. Given a little bit of leeway for a high roll or a low roll, that could have possibly killed him too, so I'm very glad that we got that out of the way. Okay, Wizpig goes to level 48, and Luxray is coming in next. I have a feeling he's gonna go for probably Crunch. He's going for either Crunch or Swagger, because that's all it can do. I'm gonna go for Poison Jab. We outspeed, obviously, because we have the Scarf, and we have huge power. Can we get Poison? Not quite. Okay, no Poison, but Swagger increases our attack by 2. And do we... No. That's too much damage. I have to swap out. Just for safety, I'm swapping out. Like, that's an absolute safety switch, mostly just because if it hits itself again, I probably just lose. And, okay, I can Aura Sphere, and this will probably kill the Luxray. There we go, we got a crit, bring down the Luxray. What is up next? A Feraligatr. You know, I'm gonna stick it out with Lucario. Feraligatr, level 55. I know Feraligatr does learn Superpower, but I don't know what level it learns it at. So, that's a potential massive danger. Okay, Screech reduces my... okay, it's locked... That was a lot of damage. But it's locked itself in on Thrash now. Which means... 121, 154. Okay, I can swap to Camazarts. Camazarts will be safe from this. Okay, that did 53 and I outspeed and it won't... It can't have Aqua Jet. So I can knock out the Feraligatr, and that is 2 Pokemon left. What is up next? A Chatot. Okay, so I'll go to Fizz for this. I'll go to Fizz for this and just go for Surf, I think. And hopefully I can just surf as... And hopefully I can just surf. That's a lot of damage! Okay, it's making an uproar. But I don't think it learns anything else, so... Like, it's locked in. And unless this thing has Scrappy, I should be safe here. Okay, Chatot gets forced to calm down by that. He withdraws and goes to Muck. Okay, I can Feint Attack that. I can Will-O-Wisp it. The fact that... Okay, goes for Sludge Bomb. Goes for Screech, then goes straight for Sludge Bomb. Big brain plays there. Okay, goes for Acid Armor. Okay, it sets up Acid Armor, so going for Nightshade was the good play. Yeah, because that means I just get the flat damage in addition to the burn. And I can finish it off next turn. And if I land Nightshade, obviously. And also, just the knowledge that he switched out with chat art means I don't think this thing can hit Banat. Okay, so with that, pushed him to the extreme, he says, with his chat art. Okay, he heals, feint attack does not that much, so I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp. Okay, he's gonna Feather Dance, so I definitely want to get the burn out here. Okay, so now the question becomes, how do I approach this? Because, like, I know that I win. Like, I'm locked in on winning now, but the thing is, just like, basically, I'm stuck in a situation where if I swap out, I'm potentially in danger, but I don't think he could actually hit me. And all of my other Pokemon are kind of low, so I don't really want to risk it. But I'll swap out. Actually, that might be the play. I'll swap out, and Grumpig should be able to live one. Grumpig should live one of whatever it goes for. Hyper Voice does a fair bit. Okay, the burn nearly brings it down, and now I can swap back to Banat. I can swap back to Banat, and it should die of... Yeah, it dies to burn. Turn, there goes the chat art. So I will call that a success. Banat goes up to level 48, and Galactic Boss Cyrus is defeated. After all the sacrifices he made, his dream is to be swept away by the crushing life that is reality. Don't think you can defeat or capture that Pokemon. This bizarre world is none other than that Pokemon itself. Capturing or defeating it will make this world disappear. But whatever, do as you will, rather than repairing the world, you're going to destroy it for me. So now, do it. You inherit my legacy. I mean, that's kind of, big words. It's not possible that a Pokemon can make the world disappear. Okay. All Pokemon and people were born because they have a part in the world, and Cynthia is convinced of that. Giratina won't go out of existence, the Distortion World won't go out of existence, and our world won't disappear either. Let's go meet Giratina. But first, she is gonna heal up our Pokemon, and I am very appreciative of that. Now, let's go and meet Giratina. Hopefully this is... Giratina is enraged because the two worlds are endangered. It merged the Distortion World with our world at Spear Pillar. That's why the two worlds are becoming distorted. There's nothing to fear. You can defeat Giratina and show the bond you share with your Pokemon, or you can demonstrate how much you want to join you. If you succeed in doing either, Giratina will understand. Distortion of the two worlds will stop. So, well, we are almost there. We are right at the end of the Distortion World now. One, two, flies up, 3, darkens, and it descends. I don't know why, but I've always committed that to memory. Okay, so Giratina is quietly eyeing the player. Okay, so what do we have? Oh no. That's Arceus. That is so cool, actually. I know, like, there's something so cool about the kind of, like, aesthetic of a thing, where it's like, you see, like, the hell dimension in things, and then you get to the end of it, and it's just, like, completely different. Like, you go through, like, what the hell dimension is basically meant to be, and then it's like, why does this look like what the depiction of heaven normally is? It's like, it's basically you went to hell and you found God, effectively. Honestly, I kind of want to mod in the Orzhov flute just to see what it is. Like, because if Arceus randomized to Giratina, that will be that's a lot of damage. Yeah, you know what? I'm not risking it. I'm not risking anything. I'm just throwing a Master Ball. In you go, Arceus. Come on. 1, 2, 3. For a second, I was genuinely concerned that it was gonna break out of the ball. Oh, like, it stopped for a second, and I had a panic. Okay, Arceus, the Alpha Pokemon. It's said to have emerged from an egg in a place where there was nothing, and then shaped the world. I don't have a name for it, but, well, we have an Arceus now. So that's super cool. Giratina seems to have understood us, that shadowy Pokemon was captured. doing so means this irrational world will remain in existence. Does this mean it's impossible for him to create a new world? Even if he made new red chains, the new world can't be made. But what compels us to protect the two worlds is spirit, a vague and incomplete thing so important. Places we're born, the time we spend living, the languages we speak, we're all different, but the presence of Pokemon unites us. We share our lives with our Pokemon, and our happiness grows as we all become greater than we were alone. That's why we can battle and trade with anyone we choose. Meanwhile, Cyrus is just very upset about this. That's how you justify spirit as something worthwhile. That's merely humans hoping to deluding themselves that they're happy and safe. Emotions roiling inside him: rage, hatred, frustration. These ugly emotions arise because of his own incomplete spirit. Okay, so he's just like, his copium is saying that you're on some hopium, and I'm just doing bad memes now. But you know what? I do like how he's just like, you know what? We will never agree on this. But break the secrets of the world. With that knowledge, he'll create his perfect world. One day he'll awaken to a world of my creation, a world without spirit. And then he leaves the story, never to be seen again. Since there's sadness, we can feel joy. When there's anger, compassion is born. Let's go back home. The portal where Giratina was should lead back to our world. Giratina was written in legend as being on the other side of our world, so it stands to reason that it has a link to the other side. There's a portal where Giratina was. Will we leap through the portal? Yes, we will. So we jump through the portal and come out at the send-off spring. Okay, so this is weird. Why does Cynthia know of the send-off spring? It's like, we aren't meant to know if this place exists at this point. It said to us, somehow lead to the great beyond, and Giratina was said to live in a world opposite of ours. Also, thanks, Cynthia. Yeah, I will go see Professor Rowan. However, I'll see you in about 4 episodes' time. Like 3 or 4 episodes. I don't know exactly how many. Depends how long Victory Road takes. But yeah, I will see you soon I'll see you soon when I'm, you know, having my championship match. So yeah, see you soon, buddy. And what do we have here? A Seedot, that is dupes. Because again, the send-off spring is a new area, so it is a new encounter for us. Also, 10 out of 10, we managed to get through that area without any losses. Big win! Also, if a Seedot could stop appearing, that would be wonderful. I'd love to not find Seedot. Also, I never understood what this... I never understood what is this bridge for. It doesn't lead anywhere. You don't get a cool reflection or anything. It just seems like it's there for the sake of being there. Okay, also, okay, what do we have here? Is this another Seedot? A Drowsy. I mean, okay, I mean, I have plenty of other psychic types, but whatever. 2, 3, click. I mean, at least it stayed in the ball straight away. I can't really complain about that. So let's run on through here, hop on our bike, and come out here, which leads us to Spring Path, which was on the route between Veilstone and Pastoria. It brings us out here, on Route 214. So let's quickly make our way back to Veilstone City, where we can pick up Hoothoot, fly back to Sandgem Town, and talk to the professor, and also we can have a look at our new Pokemon. And by that I mean the nowhere near as interesting Drowsy and literally God Arceus. But first things first, let's heal our hardworking Pokemon, because honestly, I don't know how, like, honestly, I was thinking that maybe 3 of them would make it back, so all 5 doing so, I'm very happy with that outcome. Okay, so let's just drop Rhyperior off real quick, pick up Hoothoot, before I do anything else, because I will forget otherwise. And now, Drowsy. Lax nature, adaptability. Okay, and then we have Arceus itself. Rash nature, suction cups. I mean, it's not exactly ideal, But you know what? I think there's something very fitting about the fact that I've had... Like, the first item I picked up in the entire game was one of the plates. Like, I think I have almost all of the plates, and I'm very happy that I have an Arceus now. It doesn't have multi-type, so it kind of is made a little bit redundant, but I'm more than happy to just be like, I have Arceus. Okay, so let's just quickly head on over back to Professor Rowan's lab. Just like everyone else, just like, okay, what happened? Good to see you're safe and everything. And then we're just like, hey, I'm back. I caught God. What's up? Okay, we've really done it. Professor, calm down. We don't need you having any medical problems. Professor did a lot of checking up after he left. He was really worried. Contacted acquaintances looking for help. And, well, we're back. We're back safe. Something he had to tell you. Okay, the Pokemon of the lakes have returned to their homes, so now we can actually go and find them. We've seen 163 of the 210 Pokemon in the Sinnoh-Dex, and we have 7 badges. And that means, well, it's almost time for us to challenge the final gym. But we'll be doing that in the next episode. We'll be making our way to Sunny Shore City and challenging Vulcaner. Wait. Yeah, we'll be challenging the Sunny Shore City Gym. We'll be challenging the Sunny Shore City Gym, try saying that one 3 times fast, and battling Vulcaner for our final badge, the Beacon Badge, in the next episode. But what I'm going to do now is save the game, and end off today's episode here. Yeah, because, honestly, recording the ascent to Spear Pillar and all the Distortion World stuff proved to be a lot more stressful than I was expecting it to be. That, and I also tend to just, like, record 2 episodes a day. Anyway, with that, I can, well, once the saving ends, I can call this an episode, and hopefully see you all in the next one, where, again, we'll be challenging Vulcaner for our final badge. So I'll see you all for that next time. Okay, later.